Are you looking to enhance your leadership skills and develop a Stoic mindset? In this video, we'll explore the principles of Stoicism and how they can help you become a more effective and resilient leader. Lesson 1. Staying calm when things are tough. Stoicism tells us that rather than something to be avoided or feared, hardship is a chance to test and grow personally. The Stoics held that life is difficult by nature and that we grow and change by means of these trials. We suffer more regularly in imagination than in reality. The capacity to recover from difficulty and preserve a good attitude is known as emotional resilience. The Stoics held that self-control and practice might help one develop emotional resilience. Knowing that every experience would make us stronger, they pushed us to squarely confront our worries and obstacles. What stands in the way becomes the way. The hindrance to action advances action. Accepting obstacles and learning from them helps us to develop emotional resilience and prepare ourselves to face next difficulties. Giving self-care first priority during trying circumstances is really vital. This covers maintaining your mental and emotional well-being by means of leisure activities, meditation, and time spent with loved ones. It also covers your physical health by means of exercise and appropriate diet. Take care of your soul as if you were going to die tomorrow. Take care of your body as if you were going to live always. Taking care of ourselves lays a strong basis from which we may calmly and coolly meet any difficulty. A fundamental tenet of Stoicism is the need of living in the present. The Stoics held that much of our misery results from either obsessing about the future or living in the past. Even under trying circumstances, by concentrating on the present helps us to stay calm and lower tension. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be kind. Do not act as though you are going to live 10,000 years. Embracing the present helps us to remain grounded and focused, so enabling us to negotiate obstacles with more ease and calm. Maintaining composure under trying circumstances depends critically on acceptance. The Stoics advised us to accept what we cannot change and concentrate on our impact on what we can. This idea enables us to release unneeded tension and anxiety. One very effective method for changing our viewpoint on hardship is gratitude. The Stoics held that we may develop an abundance and resilience by emphasizing what we have rather than what we lack. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but then kindly remember how you would crave for the chief of the blessings you do possess if they were not yours. Practicing thankfulness helps us to see obstacles to our pleasure as chances for development rather than problems. This kind of thinking keeps us motivated and upbeat even under trying circumstances. The Stoic approach of visualizing helps one be ready for hardship. They saw the effectiveness of mental practice, in which one pictures confronting and conquering obstacles. This habit helps us develop mental resilience and get ready for challenges of daily life. Associate with people who are probably going to make you better. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you. Friends, family, and mentors. Their advice and support will enable you to negotiate difficulties and remain dedicated to your personal development. Accept the things fate ties you to and love the people fate puts you together. But do so with all of your heart. The Stoics held that logical thought had the ability to conquer emotional upheaval. They imparted knowledge on how to keep calm and under control our emotions by applying reason and reasoning even in trying circumstances. Realize this: you have authority over your mind, not outer events. You will find strength. Even in trying conditions, by developing logical thinking, we can keep our cool and make better decisions. Of all people, only those who make time for philosophy, only those are really alive. They not only keep a good watch over their own lifetimes, but they also annex every age to theirs. All the years that have passed before them are added to their own. Lesson 2. Knowing what you want to do. See within. Inside is the fountain of good, always bubbling up if you wilt ever dig. We can better know what actually motivates us by giving our values, passions, and objectives more thought. Establishing meaningful goals and making decisions consistent with our real selves depend on this self-awareness. The basic ideas that direct our behavior and choices are called core values. They are our compass through the complexity of life. The Stoics underline the need of living in line with our values, since this gives our life direction and satisfaction. Let all your efforts be directed to something. Let it keep that end in view. It's not activity that disturbs people, but false conceptions of things that drive them mad. If you appreciate invention and originality, for instance, you can find satisfaction in a job that lets you show off your artistic side. Jobs in healthcare, education, or social work may appeal to you if you enjoy serving people. Knowing your basic values can help you to make decisions that lead you toward the intended results. The activities and passions that make us happy and fulfilled are those ones the Stoics held that a fulfilling life cannot be had without following our passions. Investigating your interests will help you to understand what actually drives and inspires you. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Spend some time considering the pursuits that most make you happy. You find yourself especially drawn to what pastimes or interests. About what subjects would you like to learn? Examining your hobbies will help you find the places you feel most alive and involved. If you enjoy writing, for example, you could want to investigate a job in content development, creative writing, or journalism. Should your love be for technology, a job in digital marketing, data analysis, or software development could bring satisfaction. Aligning your interests with your job path will help you lead a meaningful and fun life. Setting specific objectives comes next once you know exactly what your values and passions are. The Stoics held that deliberate living, where each action is meant for a significant goal, has great power. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you must. Having well-defined objectives enables us to concentrate our efforts on what really counts. It serves as our roadmap for behavior and keeps us driven and dedicated to our goals. If your long-term objective is to be a successful entrepreneur, for instance, your short-term goals can be investigating company ideas, developing a business strategy, and networking with business leaders. Establishing specific, doable objectives can help you to map your intended future. One major obstacle to determining your desired path is indecision. The Stoics emphasized that uncertainty usually results from a lack of clarity on our ideals and objectives. Through introspection and well-defined goals, we may get beyond uncertainty and make sure decisions are confident. When uncertain, consider what fits your long-term objectives and basic principles. This clarity will enable you to make judgments guiding you toward your intended results. There are many unknown in life. Hence, it is normal to be reluctant when confronted with them. The Stoics, however, held that development and fulfillment depend on accepting ambiguity. Your life will be calm if you wish for everything to happen as it actually does rather than trying to have everything as you want. Accepting that we cannot control every element of our life helps us to concentrate on what we can affect and maximize every possibility presented to us. For instance, concentrate on the steps you can do to raise your chances of success if you are unsure about the result of a new project or enterprise. Accept the ambiguity as a teaching and development tool. Changing your perspective to one of acceptance and adaptation can help you to confidently and resiliently negotiate the unexpected. While introspection is important, it may also be quite helpful to ask others for direction and encouragement. The Stoics held that community had great power and that we should learn from people who have followed the road less traveled. Associate with people who are probably going to make you better. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you. Friends, family, and mentors. Their advice and observations will enable you to be clear-cut and keep dedicated to your objectives. For example, consult experts in your field of interest if you are not sure about your career route. Participate in professional groups, go to networking gatherings, and have talks with people who have succeeded in your intended field. Learning from their experiences can help you to get important understanding and direction. The view of a growth mindset is that hard effort and dedication will help us to increase our intelligence and skills. The Stoics held that we may reach our objectives and have happy lives by always learning and growing. What stands in the way becomes the way. The hindrance to action advances action. See challenges as chances for personal development and education. See impediments as transient rather than permanent failures. Developing a growth attitude can help you to approach your objectives with tenacity and will. If you run across a setback in your personal or professional life, for instance, see it as a chance for development. Think back on what you might do differently the next time. Ask people for comments, then apply them to advance your techniques and abilities. Adopting a constant improving mindset can help you to overcome obstacles and reach your intended results. One very effective method for changing our viewpoint and concentrating on what really counts is gratitude. The Stoics held that we may develop an abundance and resilience by emphasizing what we have rather than what we lack. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but then kindly remember how you would crave for the chief of the blessings you do possess if they were not yours. If you are unsure about your job path, for example, consider the knowledge and abilities you have acquired over time. What knowledge have you acquired? Your accomplishments are what? Emphasizing your abilities and successes will help you to develop the confidence and clarity required to go for your objectives. Knowing what you want to do is a path of deliberate life and self-discovery. Self-reflection, identification of your core values, exploration of your passions, explicit goal setting, overcoming indecision, acceptance of ambiguity, guidance seeking, development of a growth mindset, and thankfulness can help you to get the clarity and focus required to follow your actual aspirations. You can lead a life that is both significant and happy by matching your activities with your values and passions. Lesson 3. Seeing difficulties as opportunities to develop. The capacity to recover from difficulty and keep pushing ahead is resilience. The Stoics held that self-discipline and practice might help one develop resilience. Knowing that every experience would make us stronger, they pushed us to squarely confront our worries and obstacles. The more difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Accepting difficulties and learning from them helps us to develop resilience and equip us to face next tribulations. Every obstacle we get beyond develops our moral fiber and gets us ready for the next one. Stoic philosophy's foundation is self-discipline. It entails our capacity to, even in the midst of difficulty, regulate our ideas, feelings, and behavior. The Stoic thinkers held that we might overcome any obstacle and remain dedicated to our aims by developing self-discipline. Practice self-discipline by emphasizing what you can influence when confronted with a difficulty. Despite challenges, keep constant activity toward your objectives. Maintaining self-discipline will help you to keep on target and get the intended results. There are many unknown in life. Hence, it is normal to be reluctant when confronted with them. The Stoics, on the other hand, held that development and fulfillment require embracing ambiguity. They felt that by realizing we cannot control every element of our life, we can concentrate on what we can affect and maximize every possibility presented to us. Your life will be calm if you wish for everything to happen as it actually does. Do not seek to have everything that happens as you wish. Accepting the unknown will help us to tackle problems with an open mind and a ready learning attitude. This kind of thinking keeps us flexible and strong even under uncertainty. Seeing obstacles as opportunities to develop depends on reflection, which is absolutely vital. The Stoics held that introspection, that is, the process of spending time to examine our experiences and learn from them, had great power. Marcus Aurelius authored, "Life is full of failure. It's natural and easy to see it as evidence of inferiority." The Stoics, on the other hand, taught that failing is a great chance for development and education. They urged us to see failing as a stepping stone toward success rather than as a setback. The impediment to actions advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Oftentimes, growth calls for pushing past our comfort zones and welcoming discomfort. The Stoics held that by pushing ourselves, we may grow in new ability and acquire fresh skills. They imparted lessons on how discomfort is a sign of development and how we may stretch ourselves to reach more success by accepting it. Difficulties sharpen the mind, as labor does the body. Remember that discomfort is a normal aspect of development, even if you find a difficulty unpleasant. Accept the chance to challenge yourself and grow in fresh strength. Steering outside your comfort zone will increase your capacity and help you to reach your objectives. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but consider the main of the blessings you do possess. Then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. Through thanks, we can turn our attention from our lack to our plenty. This kind of thinking allows us to remain motivated and optimistic even under trying circumstances. Gratitude helps us to value the lessons they convey and to view obstacles as chances for development. Although facing difficulties is inevitable, it's equally vital to ask for help when necessary. The Stoics held that community has great power and that we should learn from others who have followed the road less taken. They urged us to surround ourselves with family, friends, and mentors who uplifts and cheers us. Associate with people who are probably going to make you better. When confronted with a difficulty, be sure not to hesitate to ask people close for help. Their observations and support might offer insightful direction and enable you to more effortlessly negotiate obstacles. Seeking help will help you to acquire the understanding and strength required to get beyond any challenge. A basic tenet of Stoicism is that obstacles present opportunities for personal development. Understanding the nature of challenges, reframing our perspective, building resilience, practicing self-discipline, embracing the unknown, reflecting on our experiences, learning from failure, embracing discomfort, practicing gratitude, seeking support, and persevering will help us to turn difficulty into chances for personal development. Lesson 4. Thinking about yourself and being aware. Self-awareness is about developing self-compassion as much as about realizing your talents and shortcomings. Understanding that everyone is flawed and trying their best, the Stoics felt in treating oneself with compassion and empathy. Be gentle with yourself. You are engaged in a difficult struggle. Self-compassion is realizing your challenges and treating yourself the same care and understanding you would show a close friend. It implies realizing that failing is inevitable in development and forgiving yourself for mistakes. Developing self-compassion can help you to establish a supportive inner environment promoting personal development and well-being. Developing self-awareness depends critically on introspection. It entails spending time to review your ideas, feelings, and actions in order to develop understanding of your motives and conduct. The Stoics held that human development and self-improvement depend on regular introspection. Self-awareness also means realizing your prejudices and blind spots. According to the Stoics, our preconceptions, experiences, and beliefs often skew our impressions of reality. Knowing your prejudices will help you to make better judgments and engage with others more successfully. We see things not as they are, but as we are. Think about your ideas and presumptions. Next, consider whether they are derived from objective data or personal interpretation. Look for several points of view and test your own. Realizing and overcoming your prejudices will help you to see the world and yourself more precisely. Emotional intelligence is your capacity to identify, comprehend, control your emotions as well as those of others. The Stoics held that personal development and self-awareness depend critically on emotional intelligence. Any person able to make you angry becomes your master. Track your feelings all through the day. See what sets them off and how your ideas and actions change. Gain control of your feelings. To assist you remain calm and grounded, this can call for practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, or other relaxation strategies. Develop your capacity to grasp and communicate the emotions of others. Active listening, empathy, and a readiness to see the world from another person's point of view comprise this. Developing emotional intelligence will help you to better understand people and yourself, as well as enable you to engage with the environment. One great habit for developing self-awareness and well-being is gratitude. The Stoics held that we may develop an abundance and contentment attitude by emphasizing the gifts in our life. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but consider the main of the blessings you do possess. Then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. Spend some daily time considering the things for which you are grateful. This could be as basic as savoring a stunning sunset, a friend's thoughtful gesture, or the solace of your house. Developing thankfulness helps you to turn your attention from what you lack to what you have, therefore increasing your contentment and well-being. Though introspection is important, another great tool for developing self-awareness is getting comments from others. The Stoics held that community had great power and that we should learn from people who have followed the road less taken. Associate with people who are probably going to make you better. Surround yourself with family, friends, and mentors that uplifts and encourages you. Get their comments on your areas of strength, weakness, and places needing work. Welcome their insights and apply them to direct your own development. Recall that comments are gifts. Hence, by appreciating them, you will be able to see yourself from more objective angles and make more wise decisions. The awareness that every one of us is flawed with limited knowledge and insight is humility. The Stoics held that self-awareness and personal development depend on one developing humility. Practice humility by seeing your constraints and being receptive to picking knowledge from others. Everyone has something to teach you. Be open to listening to and learning from their experiences. Developing humility will help you to live a more real and fulfilling life and acquire a more true perspective of the surroundings and yourself. Self-awareness also entails understanding the need of personal hygiene. The Stoics held that we may lead more contented and deliberate lives by tending to our mental, emotional, and bodily health. Take care of your soul as if you were going to die tomorrow. Take care of your body as if you were going to live always. Practice self-care by doing activities that feed your soul, mind, and body. This could call for exercise, a healthy diet, meditation, artistic endeavors, and time with loved ones. Giving self-care first priority helps you build a strong basis from which to negotiate obstacles and pursue your objectives in daily life. Change is the only consistent in life. See fresh difficulties and events as chances for personal development and self-discovery. Accept the changing process and believe every event is guiding you toward your actual self. Accepting change and development will help you to lead a life of fulfillment, meaning, and direction. Lesson 5. Acting according to need. Break up your work into smaller, doable chunks to conquer procrastinating. Emphasize one step at a time and acknowledge your advancement along the way. Regular activity helps you to create momentum and reach your objectives. Doing what you need to is just dependent upon discipline. The Stoics held that by developing self-discipline, we might remain dedicated to our objectives and live ethically and with integrity. The bridge between goals and accomplishment is discipline. Create behaviors and routines that complement your priorities. Dedicated daily time should be set up to work on your objectives. Remove distractions that impede your development. Adopting discipline helps you to keep concentrated and dedicated to your activities. Doing what you need to does depend on good time management. The Stoics felt that we should make good use of our time and concentrate on the things really important. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good lot of. Sort your chores in order of priority and urgency. Organize your calendar and maximize your output using time blocking, calendars, and to-do lists. Effective time management will help you to achieve more and lead more purposeful life. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Develop mindfulness by really living in the moment. Remove things that divert your attention and set up surroundings that help you to concentrate. Keeping concentrated can help you to complete your assignments more quickly and effectively. Although self-discipline is quite important, asking others for help could also be quite beneficial. The Stoics held that community had great power and that we should learn from people who have followed the road less traveled. Associate with folks who will probably help you. Surround yourself with family, friends, and mentors who uplifts and helps you. Their advice and insights will enable you to keep dedicated to your objectives and negotiate obstacles with more ease. Life is full of failure. It's natural and easy to see it as evidence of inferiority. The Stoics, on the other hand, taught that failing is a great chance for development and education. What stands in the way becomes the way. The hindrance to action advances action. Ask yourself what lessons the experience of failing might teach you. How might you change your behavior the next time? Seeing failure as a stepping stone towards success will help you to confront obstacles with a development attitude and keep on ahead. The capacity to recover from difficulty and keep pushing ahead is resilience. The Stoics held that self-discipline and practice might help one develop resilience. The more difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Accepting difficulties and learning from them helps us to develop resilience and equip us to face next tribulations. Every obstacle we get beyond develops our moral fiber and gets us ready for the next one. Be kind, for everyone you come across is battling the difficult struggle. When you fail or make mistakes, treat yourself compassionately and sensibly. Recall that our mistakes can lead to growth and learning. Therefore, self-compassion is essential to sustain our drive and well-being. Doing what you need to also means matching your behavior with your basic ideals. The Stoics held that living in line with our principles gives our life direction and gratification. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then perform what you have to do. Think on your basic ideals and ask yourself whether your behavior supports them. Are you living in a way that really captures your who? Aligning with your values can help you to make decisions that lead to your intended results and lead a more real life. The Stoics held that we only have the now and that we should maximize it. Focusing on the present helps us to avoid the past's distractions and future's concerns. Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life. Accept the present moment by being totally involved in your activities and valuing the path. Every instant presents chances for development, education, and change. Living in the present helps you to remain concentrated and dedicated to perform the necessary tasks. One great weapon for maintaining concentration and drive is gratitude. The Stoics held that we may develop a resilient and abundant attitude by emphasizing what we have instead of what we lack. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but then kindly remember how you would crave for the chief of the blessings you do possess if they were not yours. Spend some daily time considering the blessings in your life to foster thankfulness. Developing a grateful attitude helps you to remain motivated and upbeat even in trying circumstances. Although you should be doing what you need to be, you also have to balance rest with work. The Stoic thinkers saw the need of looking after oneself and preserving a good balance between activity and leisure. Rest is not laziness. To sit sometimes on the grass under trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of the wind, is by no means a waste of time. Plan time for leisure and rest as well. Participate in activities that revitalize your body and mind, including meditation, exercise, and time with loved ones. You can keep your energy and drive to complete what you need to by juggling relaxation with work. A fundamental virtue in Stoicism is humility. It means realizing that every one of us is a part of a greater whole and that our activities affect other people. Practicing humility helps us to remain rooted and attentive on the important issues. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. Practice humility by being receptive to criticism, appreciating the efforts of others, and thereby accepting your own limitations. Practicing humility will help you to develop better connections and surround you with more harmony. Celebrate your development, learn from your mistakes, and value the advancement every stride brings about on your path. Emphasizing the trip can help you to remain inspired and dedicated to perform the necessary actions. Acting deliberately and with stoicism can help you to become the best version of yourself and lead a life of integrity, fulfillment, and direction. A basic Stoic idea is doing what you need to do, setting clear priorities, overcoming procrastination, embracing discipline, managing time effectively, staying focused, finding support, and embracing failure will help you develop the discipline and focus required to live with integrity and purpose.